Denmark apparently is the happiest country. Is that true? In your research, because you, Mike, you are the CEO of the Happiness Research Institute in Copenhagen.
That's right.
I mean, what does that involve? Does that involve just rocking up to work and being happy? This is great.
No, it involves going around the world and finding out what drives happiness, whether we're from the UK or Denmark or China or the US, understanding the mechanics of happiness and trying to find ways that people can become happier. That's my job.
Well, you seem very happy.
Well, you wearing a Viking helmet, that brings joy to everyone, I think.
OK, now you've wrote this little book. This is called The Little Book of Lykke. How do you pronounce it?
Exactly like that.
Sil was saying Lykke.
The Little Book of Lykke.
Lykke?
Yes.
Lykke. So what is Lykke?
Lykke is the Danish word for happiness.
Yes.
Last year I wrote about hygge, which people seem to embrace, especially here in the UK.
I pronounced it hygge.
Yeah, well, it's close enough. It's
okay.
We get it across. And hygge was about what works well in Denmark in terms of improving quality of life. Now with the new book, I've gone basically on a global treasure hunt, looking for pockets of happiness, what works in France and Japan and Bhutan and different countries in terms of driving well-being for people, and trying to collect a spectrum of cases we can incorporate in our lives to become happier.
Well, I actually think Rylan is our hygge, because he just makes me happy every time I see him. How can we be more hygge then?
Well, I mean, hygge and happiness, I think, one of the best predictors of whether people are happy or not is their relationships. And you have a relationship, or we have a relationship with Ryan. And it's that sense of togetherness, it's that sense of belonging, that sense of community we can see impacts people's happiness.
Now, there was lots of countries that were quite happy. I didn't see Britain in it. Do you find that Britain is a happy country?
I mean, you are doing okay when we look at the World Happiness Report. Britain is always in the top 20. I do see potential to become even happier. I understand a lot of people feel they have, they're tired. There's long commutes, there's long working hours. Also, I've done some global studies of how frequently people smile in the street. So basically, I'll sit in a cafe and watch people going by, and then systematically register how frequent people smile. And I've done it in about 20 cities, from Guadalajara in Mexico to Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. I've also been to London and done some research.
Did we do well?
You beat New York.
Did we? So no one smiles in New York?
Very few people smile in New York. But the thing is, we smile when we're together with other people. And people in London and people in New York often walk by themselves. OK, so how can we make money more Lykke? How can we be more happy with money? Because money makes everyone happy, right? Well, we can see that money has an effect, but, it's the same with money as it is with Danish pastry. The first pastry, wonderful. Pastry number 8, not so great.
Yeah.
So there's diminishing marginal returns also when it comes to money. And I think it is an interesting exercise to try and find ways to become happy, or to be happy, where we can enjoy happiness without having to spend anything. So
most of the times when I'm happy is when I haven't spent anything. Exactly. I've gone out, I've not spent a penny, and I've had the best day out.
This morning, me and the dogs in the green room, happy times.
Really?
But I think if we want happiness right now, I think one of the ways to do that is to find what we call flow experiences in happiness research, which is the situation where we lose sense of ourselves, when we lose sense of time. It's actually a really pleasant state to be in when we're finally able to shut that little voice we all have in the back of our mind off and just be fully present in the moment.
I want to be present in the moment right now. Your book is out tomorrow, The Little Book of Lykke. Find out all about it. We've got lots of people saying that they, in Britain, love to be happy. You're not British if you're not talking about the weather. This person here, Kaylee, she likes to feed the ducks in the pouring rain. See, that makes us happy, doing things that are for free. Mike, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Back to you guys.
Thank you very much indeed. So I wonder whether Lykke, because I've been just looking up L-U-C-R-E, Lykke, like filthy lucre, is
I hadn't heard that.
Is about money. I wonder whether that's where lucrative comes from.
Lucrative, yeah.
And it should actually be lucrative.
Lucrative.
That's what you should say.
You're it was spot on.
Yeah.
Your pronunciation.
Lykke.
You're very good.
And hygge.
And hygge.
That all right, Mike?
That's very good. Very
Excellent.
Good. You've
Good.
been watching a lot of Bone. Well done.
Thank you. I don't know. A lot of. I didn't want to ask him. A lot of what?
A lot of Bowen, the Danish show about the parliamentary drama.
Okay. Oh, so did I. That's what I thought he said as well. That's what I thought he said as well. Who thought it was going to go there? So, but he is a very happy chap, but not as happy as Alison. We asked, who do you think looks happiest? And Alison came out with 52%. Mike came out with 48%.
Sorry, babes.
So but only just. It was pretty 50.
Although you are our ray of sunshine, I think you might be the happiest person in Britain. So
Thank you both.
is
I'll take
unfair.
second place.
Thank you.
Thank you both very much.